Hello everybody from Plant Reviews UK. Today is the 15th of March and in this video I'm talking about one of definitely my favorite orchids, and it is also definitely one of the favorite orchids of many people, thanks to the beautiful red color and its amazing fragrance. And this is the one called Oncidopsis Nelly Isler, technically, because this plant is a hybrid between a few species of Miltoniopsis and Oncidium. However, it is popularly known as Cambria Nelly Isler. This is a plant in the Oncidium alliance, and it is a plant that grows from pseudobulbs. It's a sympodial orchid, so the pseudobulbs are like close together and then become quite big clumps. Obviously, if you're able to grow this plant, that unfortunately is not one of the easiest to grow in my experience, because I had in my life about maybe 6 or 7 of these orchids, and unfortunately have not been very successful in keeping them alive. However, it's so beautiful that I will see this time how it goes. In the past I had the typical varieties, a little bit more scarlet, with kind of a white splash on the lip. However, I found very recently this particular one that is completely like cherry red, almost burgundy red, in a flower shop, and I decided to have another go. And it has a lot of flower spikes, and well, not lots of flower spike, but from this spike there was another branch blooming, and also another branch blooming here, but they died down, so I decided to cut the spent flowers, so it was a little bit more presentable, this plant, for the video. The plant is a kind of a cool growing orchid, like many Oncidiums and Miltoniopsis, and need a lot of moisture, both in the environment and in the medium. So it is not really one of the easiest orchids to grow indoors, because need a lot of humidity, and unfortunately in winter, thanks to the heat, our heating in the house, the air is quite dry, and this also affects the pseudobulbs and the leaves. You can see actually the pseudobulbs is quite wrinkled. I got the plant with already this kind of wrinkled pseudobulbs. I hope that the plant will recover at some point. Also, sometimes the medium is not really the best, the medium when they come, when you actually buy them. I got quite a success with Oncidiums, keeping them in semi-hydro, because in this way I'm able better to ensure the medium is kept moist. And because with the bark sometimes it's not really easy to understand whether it's moist or not, especially if it is not in clear pot like this one, white. And I will try, as soon as I see some new roots growing, to repot it in semi-hydro. The flowers are kind of, well, I would say I would really say it's really in between the Miltoniopsis and the Oncidium. The lip is bigger than Oncidium, not as big as a Miltoniopsis, and you can see a little bit of striping as well. That is typical for the Miltoniopsis. This one, usually Oncidiums are not that difficult to grow, but Miltoniopsis are, and unfortunately Oncidopsis Nelly Isler, I think, inherited the fussiness for cultivation by the Miltoniopsis ancestors. However, I couldn't really identify in none of the ancestors such a gorgeous, intense red. Even if some Miltonopsis actually are on the side red, and I think also one species of Oncidium is kind of scarlet orangey red, so I think the combination really worked well for this exceptional orchids. The flowers are not very big, they are a pretty good size still, I would say. I would probably say about 5 centimeters across, maybe 6. And you can see this amazing cherry red all around, except in the center of the flower, where it is yellow striped with red. There's another variety, as I said, that in the past was a lot more common. This one that is more scarlet with a white splash on the lip. And there is also found a yellow variety. Unfortunately, some of these plants, some of the plants don't smell that great, but some others have an incredible scent. And this one in particular, I was really captured by the scent. I think if this plant didn't have such an amazing scent, I don't think I would have got another go at this one. But the scent is really, really impressive. It can fill a whole room, especially when the sun is shining like now, and especially in the morning. Now it's quite in the afternoon, and it is a kind of lemon scented, very strong, and oh, it is absolutely gorgeous. You can see the flower shining when the sun hits the flower. Is absolutely incredible, this orchid. And the scent is a little bit chemical. I remember I saw a video some years ago from Miss Orchid Girl, and I have to say I completely agree with the description that she gave about this orchid. It is kind of chemical, but it's still really, really, really pleasant. It's very difficult to describe. I didn't find anybody really hating the scent of the Nelly Isler. The flowers, I would say, are not very, very long lasting, maybe 1 week or so, but might be because usually the plant is already in full bloom when you find in flower shops, so you really don't know when it started blooming. And again, usually they're quite stressed from the potting mix when they are where they are cultivated, and sometimes also as well they are not really the optimal liked conditions and humidity condition in flower shop in our houses. So we'll see if I'm able to keep this plant alive. If the next blooming, if at the next blooming I will be able to tell you more about this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous orchid. However, it is a very easy orchid to find. I would rather recommend you to buy in flower shops rather than in nurseries, because I know some people who bought these orchids from nurseries were quite disappointed because it was not very fragrant. Instead, if you buy them in flower shop, or you can go to a nursery, but you go in person to a nursery, you don't order it online, you can actually smell the flower and choose the ones that have the strongest fragrance, or maybe the mildest fragrance if you like fragrances that are not too strong. Bear in mind anyway that the fragrance of this orchid changes in intensity with the day. Even in the evening it's not very fragrant. It's the best of the fragrances in the morning to midday, I would say, but in the afternoon it's still nicely fragrant, but doesn't really fill up the room as it does in the morning when the sun really is shining. About the plant, this is potted in bark, but again I think I will put it in semi-hydro because I had a very good experience with the semi-hydro in my environment. I live in the United Kingdom, and Oncidiums, my other Oncidiums did really well in semi-hydro. So as soon as I see some new root growing, I will repot the orchid in semi-hydro, and I will tell you about my experience hopefully next year. And about this plant, it is, I would recommend bright light, but not direct light, and especially not really the sun shine it in directly the orchid and the leaf, because can burn pretty easily this orchid. And again, it is very important to keep humidity and moisture quite at high levels for this particular hybrid. I think that I provided all the information I could. If you obviously would like to ask me any question, please let me know in the comments down below. Of course, if you like the videos and you like the other videos on my channel, it would be great if you can please give it a thumbs up, and if you subscribe, so in this way you promote my channel to grow. As usual, I hope that you enjoy the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.